I think he's a head coach that recognizes this is the bottom, right? When you're able to see the bottom and you feel it, and the fact that he's been there twice, he probably never thought he'll have another, a 50 burger dropped on his head. But now he's the head coach, and now it's all on his shoulders, and people want answers, and soon people are going to be looking for heads. And so he's at the point right now where I don't know how he can motivate a team that's not self-motivated, because he can only do so much. He can only go out there and get guys ready and throw audibles in practice and try new things. It's up to the guys in that locker room to not let this happen again or somehow rise up and pick themselves up. That's not happening. What's worse, he was hired here to be a motivator, a guy who could talk to young ball players and get them going, and that's not happening. So it's not worse than watching a head coach lose his superpower, so to speak. Now this is the NFL, and now he's on the dark side of it. So this is the bottom for him. That's why he's out there cussing and talking and with the somber face, because I think he's out of answers.
Yeah, he's clearly frustrated. You can see it in his tone, his voice inflection. And then as a defensive-minded coach, right, when your team gives up 50-plus points, that hurts you inside because that's supposed to be your bread and butter. And that's something that we've been able to kind of lean our hats on, is that this defense is going to show up week in and week out. But for the last two games, this defense hasn't really showed up. And he also mentioned the game in 2017. I actually happened to be on that team, San Francisco, when we played the Dallas Cowboys. And in the same situation like this, the Dallas Cowboys took us to the woodshedding, and we all felt terrible after that game. But after that game, our defense really started getting going. We started playing well down the stretch, ended up winning 6 out of the last 7. Now, I'm not saying the Jets are going to do that, but sometimes when you get smoked like this, it can actually back you up against the wall, and you see what the character of this team is. Are they going to come out and fight, or are they going to lay down? And we'll learn a lot about this Jets team going down the stretch of this season.
See, everything that we're talking about is physical, right? We're talking about, lay down and be tough and come out and play with tremendous effort. You can't play with tremendous effort if you don't know where you're going, if you don't know where to take that aggressiveness.
You're getting out-coached.
Yeah, you don't understand what to do. You going like, what's happening? Where they attacking from? That's what it is. Yeah. This is a football IQ problem. Yeah. This has nothing to do with the physical attributes of these young players. They just don't know that they don't know. And if you take one of these veteran players out of the lineup, it's not enough smart football players to get them lined up to recognize pre-snap and post-snap recognition about anticipation. Football is about anticipation. When I see a formation, I know it's one or two ways I can be hurt from a run standpoint. I can look at the bubble, whether I'm in an under front or over front or even front, and say, okay, if I'm going to get blocked and the run is coming this way, that uncovered lineman is either going to have to molly up to me or work up to me. That's who I got to beat. They don't understand that. You got guys that used to play safety playing there. They are blind as a bat. They don't know what's coming, who's getting them, and what happens is they get punched and they don't even know who hit them. They like Chris Rock. They're like Chris Tucker and Rush Hour. Which one of y'all hit me? You hit me? Yeah, octopus.